So hey, it's me Nick, and today we're going to do another drawing hangout because it was so successful last time. Maybe. Anyway, we're going to draw, and I have literally not drawn in about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks, I'd say. Probably 3 weeks. I was drawing so much, like every single day. I'd wake up from like 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock on and off, draw all the time, just trying to get more videos out. And I drew so much that my elbow actually started hurting a lot, so I got kind of tennis elbow from drawing too much. And then I also got like wrist pains, and then like all down here was just like worn thin from like the paper. So it was like silky smooth, like a baby's butt pretty much. Which was nice. Now it's not as smooth. So I guess I don't like glide over the paper anymore, but yeah, I'm backtracking. No, I'm not backtracking, I'm rambling. I don't even know what that meant. But, so after that, I went on holidays for 2 weeks up to Queensland, where I had lots of fun. I got really sunburnt. Yeah, really, I'll show some pictures, maybe of one of sunburn, and then all the others are probably just like of a waterfall. Yeah, so that was fun. And then I got bitten by a jellyfish, or not really bitten, stung more like it. Stung heaps. Like all up and down my arms were just like stung with jellyfish stings. And they're like just fading now, so I've had so many. Anyway, we better start drawing, or this podcast, is it a podcast? This episode is not going to go anywhere. So last time we had this piece here, and we did a little bit of work on it, not too much. But this time I am going to absolutely destroy it, and I'm going to fill the whole page up with doodles. Not really doodles, but I hate the word doodles, I don't know. With tribals. So again, haven't drawn in very long time. We'll see how I go. So far so good. So far so good. So let's jump right into it. Last time I got a question from Yessie on the episode 2 of, no, episode 1, this is episode 2. What am I thinking about? Jeez. Episode 1 of my hangout. She asked, like, how do you know what to draw and what abstracts that you draw into the video? I had an answer before for that, and then I kind of forgot it. So now I'm going to make up another answer for that, right on the fly. Yeah, so sorry if it's really bad, Yessie. Okay, so how do I come up with the shapes that I'm just drawing now? So when I started drawing, I started off with like kind of squiggles, just like I was doing art like this, just squiggles and lots of lines. I think I have an artwork, so I'll show you on screen now. And I'll just do that in my religious education classes, because let's face it, they weren't really teaching us anything. Sorry if I offend. I gotta watch myself there a little bit. Okay. Yeah, but pretty much they weren't really teaching us anything of note. It wasn't interesting, so I'd just spend the whole lesson just drawing pretty much, and that's how I got back into drawing after not drawing for many years. Probably like before that I was just drawing like Dragon Ball Z stuff when I was a kid. Yeah, good times. Yeah, but I think like on those classes I had to kind of pretend that I was still listening while drawing. So it was kind of like hidden drawing. And most of my attention was actually just on, how do I say? Most of my attention was just kind of acting like I was paying attention. So while drawing, I guess it kind of picked up when I wasn't thinking too much when I was drawing. I was kind of listening. And it kind of the same thing's happening now. I'm concentrating more on speaking than the drawing, so I'm not thinking about how something will look, I'm just doing it. So I think, to answer your question, Yessie, I think how I come up with it is just, I don't think of it, I just do it. I wish I had a better answer for that, but I guess I don't, and yeah, but I just kind of do it. Like when I was starting out drawing like this, I had an idea to make like a little list of different shapes that I could draw. Just like little shapes that would be kind of like cliche trademarks of my own style, and then I'd just keep on doing that. So I used to make like a list of what to refer to draw, so if I got stuck I could just find a shape and add it in. And it started off kind of like that, but now after that I thought it might get too repetitive. Speaking of repetitive, I've done these like horns, like 20 of them in a row. Yeah, I thought it would get a bit repetitive, so I stopped and I just decided to make up everything as I go, and then I wouldn't get stuck in the same artistic rut, I guess, that sometimes you get stuck into. So it's just kind of a matter of making my brain work without thinking, which is sometimes a good and sometimes a bad thing. Speaking of bad things, I think my pen's kind of running out a little bit. Oh well, I think I can finish off the most of the artwork with it. Yeah, so this is the first time I've been drawing in a long time. I really wanted to draw more because I read that, if you don't know, Artline, Artline pens. That's the only pens that I use, and they're having a kind of competition to win a camera at a uni down near where I live. So I'm going to attend that tomorrow, and apparently I don't know if it's a drawing competition or you just like rock up and they might give you it, I don't know. But I'm going to attend that, so I thought I'd better draw. But I wasn't going to start drawing until I finished a few other videos off that will get released in like next year sometime. That's how far I'm ahead with my videos now. Yeah. But when I was in Queensland, I had a really good time. I watched Dirty Grandpa. I watched Deadpool. So good. And then I actually watched Sisters after that. And actually the best movie was probably, or the funniest movie was probably Dirty Grandpa. That was like my style of humor, straight up. It was hilarious. Deadpool was a close second, but I think I think it was more funny because you don't expect that kind of humor from Robert De Niro, but when you go into Deadpool you expect that kind of humor, so I think that gave it a bit of an edge over Deadpool. But both really good movies. I kind of missed drawing a little bit during the time, not too much. I think drawing so much you can definitely burn yourself out, and I think that's kind of what I did. I burnt myself out, and instead of really enjoying drawing, I think it was more, I was doing it as a chore, as in I had to get videos out, I had to draw this, I had to draw that. And it works, it makes you so much more productive, but maybe the quality that I was doing wasn't as good. I don't know. I think the quality was still the same, but it burnt me out and I really needed a bit of a break from drawing, to be honest. But now I'm back and going to be better than ever, I think. More focused. Yeah. So if anyone has a question for my next episode, please, where am I looking? If anyone has an episode for me, please give it to me. Yes. What I meant is, if anyone has a question for me, please ask ahead, because I'm struggling to talk to about anything in this video. really struggling. I thought I'd be better prepared for this than when I started the video, but no, that was wrong. I'm not very prepared for this at all. I've got the song stuck from Deadpool in my head, the start one, where he's like drawing on the bridge. The shoot by Salt and Pepper. Oh, it's stuck so bad in my head. I've been listening to it like 24/7. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think this artwork's turning out pretty cool. I'll probably kind of, instead of doing the whole page, I'd probably just space it out a little bit and then taper it down a little bit, because that's kind of how the watercolor comes. I've got another one that I've done similar. I've just like splashed it with leftover paint, and it actually looks way better than this. It kind of looks like a face, so I'm like eager to get this one out of the way so I can do it. I've also got like a an adult coloring book that I think that I'm going to use in videos, because I don't have to think, I can just focus more on talking. And also I can try them out, because like when you go into a newsagent or you go to the airport, like the bookstores are like filled with tons of Zentangle books and adult coloring books, like tons, so many. So I think I'm gonna use one of them and see how it is, see if it actually relaxes me. Probably more than drawing, because I don't have to come up with my own designs, but we shall see. And anything to get these drawing journal, that's what Unmask Art calls them, or Will. He calls them drawing journals, but I call them hangouts, because copyright infringement, maybe. But yeah, art hangouts. What was I talking about? Adult drawing books. Yeah, some of the designs actually look really cool. They're all the rage at the moment, that kind of stuff. Like Zentangle stuff and things. You see, like when you go onto Instagram, like most of the artwork is just Zentangles that gets like really popular from like traditional pen ink style that I have. So I think I've never drawn a Zentangle, like purely Zentangle mandala kind of thing, so I think I'm gonna give it a shot and become Instagram famous. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it is. I'm open to it. I didn't like it at first, to be honest, but now I do. So I will give it a shot and try and make something that's sort of original. Yeah, sort of original, that's a good motto. Sort of copied, but sort of still my own. Oh, that's a bad philosophy. Hey. Shoop doo shoop doo. Still in my head. I would play it right now, but then YouTube would like ban me for playing copyrighted music. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. And I would get in trouble. Lots of trouble. So much trouble. So much. Shoop doo 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 doo. What else am I gonna do? I've been drawing a lot of Star Wars, which is coming out, and like I should release them kind of not really this month, I have to check, but I think it's next month. I think they're coming out. Like I've got one Star Wars artwork per month for maybe 4 or 5 months, I think. Yeah, maybe 4 months. But like they're really cool pieces. I really enjoy doing the Star Wars art. I'm so late with them though. Like I wanted to get them out like when the movie came out, and I had them like I had them on my list for like a full 6 months or so, and I just didn't get to them because I was getting into everything else on my list. So they're like really ridiculously late, but I think they're cool. I think they're cool, but that might be my bias because I made them. That's probably it. But usually artists aren't really biased to their artwork. They usually hate their artwork. Do you find that? I don't think I really hate my artwork, but some of them, like, the closest to hate would be I finish it and I look at it and I go, meh, next, and then I do the next artwork. That's pretty much what happens. I think the only artwork that I like kind of did and then looked back on and thought, oh my god, this is cool, was when I did the Stormtrooper helmet. That's like the only artwork that I like looked at and I thought, wow, this is cool. Speaking of cool, the piece that I did not too long ago, where I was inspired by Bree Leeds artwork, that was, I posted that to Instagram, and DeviantART saw it. Oh my god, my pen's running out. I need to get a new pen. It's probably the first time this happened, actually. Yeah, so Bree Leeds piece that I did, like, sort of a collab. No, it's not really a collaboration at all. But it was a inspired piece that was promoted by DeviantART's Instagram account, and I got up to like something like 4,500 likes. So that was like a huge confidence boost for me, for my artwork, because before that I was kind of like wondering, because my style is kind of unique, and there's such thing as being too unique or too different from what most people like in artworks, which is usually like digital or lots purely like watercolor kind of works. But my style is just more focused on ink, and unless you're drawing like Zentangles and unless you're like really super amazing, I don't think my style of artwork really is as popular as all the rest. It's many people don't like it, or most, like, you either love it or you hate it. I think that's how you perceive my kind of artwork, my tribal line work, tattoo kind of looking artwork. Yeah, so it was like a huge confidence boost for me to see that my artwork could be liked by 4,500 people. Before that, I was kind of wondering, like, how far can my artwork be pushed? And I got my answer kind of with that, now that I know that people will actually enjoy my artworks to that big extent. So hopefully it happens again. I did notice that, unfortunately, sometimes when you get like just a little bit of success, you kind of like compare it to other people's, and I kind of did that in Instagram with the other posts that DeviantArt featured. I noticed that like everyone else's wasn't my style. It was like kind of digital artwork, and they were up to like 10,000 likes, so mine was the lowest, but I still got featured, so so I was still pretty happy about that. I'm trying not to compare, unless someone else with like the same style as me and the same artwork gets like 50,000 likes, and I'll be pretty upset. But until then, I'm pretty happy with myself, and thank you again, DeviantArt, for featuring that. It meant a lot to me, and it got me like a few more followers, which is great. So you might think that like getting a post kind of featured like that to, I think DeviantArt has like 200,000 people on their Instagram. So the actual people from that 4,500 that actually clicked on my profile was actually very small. So even if you get featured like that in the future, and I hope you do, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone who liked that will flock to your profile. I had about, out of that 4,500 people, I had about maybe 40 people, 30 to 40 people who actually took the time to click onto my profile and follow me. Yeah, so it's not like sometimes you might think that you need to get your art featured to get something done, to feel validated, maybe that's the right word. But even if people think that you have success in something, it doesn't necessarily mean they're getting all that back. Yeah, it's nice to be featured, but don't think it's the be-all end-all. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You still have to work hard. Man, I'm acting like this is like an Oscar, not just getting featured by DeviantArt. Sorry. I'm funny. Yeah, the Oscar. Maybe getting your artwork featured on DeviantArt is kind of like an Oscar. I'm still waiting for a daily deviation. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Anyway, this is 21 minutes long, so I'm gonna stop it because how many people are actually watching right now? 2. So extra brownie points for you again. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop because it's like nearly 22 minutes now. So thank you for watching, and sorry that I talked about my artwork like the whole time. But please leave me a comment or a question or a topic so I can talk about that instead of my artwork the whole time. Okay, bye for now, but not forever. I should probably do that all again.